Over the last few months, I've worked with many not-for-profit organisations with volunteer directors. And indeed, that's historically been the case, that organisations in the not-for-profit sector have relied on volunteers to populate their boards. What I'm seeing though now is a lack of commitment and performance by directors, sometimes being excused because they're volunteers. I hear the organisations say, for example, they're just volunteer directors, or I hear directors say, but I'm just a volunteer. In some cases, I actually even see board practices adapted. Fewer meetings, shorter meetings, meeting held after hours, which is when people aren't so fresh and also the executives of the organisation need to stay back, not having full strategy days, etc. I think it's time we took away this notion that we're just volunteers from boardrooms. Indeed, it doesn't matter whether directors are remunerated or not. The board's got an important role to perform, and many of the duties and liabilities of directors are exactly the same, whether they're remunerated or not. Not-for-profits play a huge social purpose in our society. They deserve to have directors who are just as committed as directors who might sit on for-profit organisations. Indeed, having directors who aren't performing their role well not only doesn't assist the organisation because they need well-functioning boards, but it also sets a really poor cultural tone at the top if it's observed within the organisation that directors don't meet standards of performance that are expected of others. So a related issue is the one of remuneration, and I've long advocated for the fact that for a not-for-profit organisation of a certain size and operating in important high compliance environments or indeed in competitive environments need to remunerate their directors. Long gone are the days, I think, where sitting on a not-for-profit board is a sinecure, or where we can think that we're going to populate boards appropriately by people who can afford to be there. If we want to attract skills, if we want diversity, if we want to set expectations of performance and hold people to account to them, then we need to remunerate them. And that's not saying that we remunerate not-for-profit directors at the same rate of large corporates, but rather at a market competitive rate for not-for-profit organisations of a similar size. So I think we need to remove from our lexicon, we're just volunteers or they're just volunteers when it comes to board roles. And instead what we need to do is think about what are the standards that we set, how do we hold people to account irrespective of whether they're remunerated or not, and maybe separately look at the issue of director remuneration.